Good morning. 10 past 7, 5.7 to the Nolichucky River. Just last night, right after my last transmission, had the first hiker I had seen all day caught up with me, Inferno, and we spent the night here in the shelter. Cement block shelter, first cement block shelter I've been to. There's signs where there's been mice, but we didn't hear any mouse activity last night, so that was good. This is one of the shelters that gets closed, I guess regularly during the summertime due to bear activity, so I was a little extra cautious with making sure everything was hung and stored properly and all that. There's a fire pit out front here, there's a picnic table that's not undercover. No privy. I'm recording now because Inferno just went to go use of the non-privy someplace around here. Well, I think that just said it, 5.7 or something like that into Erwin. That's the plan. It's only about between about 10 minutes past 7 right now, so I want to get going a little bit early. I tried to pick up early. I already had breakfast. All I've got is just a little bit left. Everything in my bag is in. I got a little bit left to put away, and then I'll be hiking. Rained last night, hard for a while, not too long, maybe 2 to 3 hours. Still nice that I'm not packing up a wet tent and whatnot this morning. That's why I stayed at the shelter. Got here a little bit early. Could have pushed another mile or two, but I wouldn't have made it into Erwin, and I would have ended up tenting, and there are no tent sites, and there's actually no more water between here and Erwin. There's a decent water supply near here. Well, 2 tents back the trail from here, but decent water supply. I went down and got water, so I'm all full up with water and good to go. There was another hiker came through right after we got here. She was a through hiker, kept going, didn't stop here. Don't think she was going to make it into Erwin, don't know. She's tent site somewhere along the way or what, but didn't catch her trail name. First time I had seen her, she was headed north. So I'm gonna head north as well. Still overcast, potential for showers, and supposed to be really gusty wind today. Good thing is I don't have any real high points to worry about. I'm not going up over anything too high today. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am headed north. So it's windy and heavy overcast, supposed to rain a little bit. 9:30, I'm 2 hours into my hiking day. I've gone 3.4 miles, I'm pretty happy with that. About 800 feet of up and 800 feet of down. Trail's slippery and wet, but not real bad, and most of the slipperiest has been uphill, and I deal better with a slippery uphill than down. However, I got just a little bit of up left, kind of right there behind me. I'm going up that, and then I'm going down 1,600 feet into Erwin. So the rest of the day is downhill. I forget what the distance is, 2 point something I think. So, but it'll be slow. I'll actually be going slower downhill than I have been uphill, just because it's a little slippery and I'm careful. So windy, as you may be able to hear and tell. Chilly, but not real cold. I took my outer layer off, particularly on the uphill. I was sweating pretty good. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, I think. I'm hoping I can be off trail before that. Heading north. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Probably the last best view of the day. So left at 10:30. That is the Nolichucky River. Obviously, I got some down to go yet. Uncle Johnny's is basically right on the river, which is where I'm headed. You can see Erwin over here. Watch this, I'm actually walking and talking and carrying my phone at the same time. Beside a cliff, so whoever would have thought it. Very windy up here. Not going to film much more. That's Erwin off in the distance there. Actually, it looks like it's in the sun. It's okay, I'm warm enough. Heading down. I think that's the little bridge you can see right there is the bridge right by Uncle Johnny's. Heading north. Hope you're having a great day. 11:20. Somebody the other day asked me how far from the trail to Uncle Johnny's. Well, the trail's right there. It goes across the bridge between that green post and the guardrail. And that's Uncle Johnny's. I told him about 50 feet. I think I was about right. They've got some resupply. That's what he was looking for. And they've got some cabins and camping. And they've got a whole covered area if you're into hammocking and some of that. So I'm heading in and do a little bit of a wrap up. So the hike down Not bad at all. Wasn't as slippery as I expected. They accomplished that with some really long switchbacks. So when you first see the river and see the town, don't get your hopes up. There's quite a lot of trail left. A lot of back and forth, but good trail. No issues. A little bit of rock, but not a lot. Nice hike down. Going to be a short day for me. I'm done hiking and hope to be back hiking again early tomorrow. That's my current plan. So the Nolichucky River is roaring. Apparently unusually so. I've actually seen 3 cars stop on the bridge and roll their windows down. I don't know, to look or take a picture or whatever. But of course, 2 nights ago, there were flood and flash flood warnings with a storm that rolled through. And then last night, it rained hard a couple times also. So on top of that. So a lot of water going down the river today. So I'm in Uncle Johnny's and just going to try to do, they've got some decent resupply as far as both gear and food. And I had somebody ask me the other day how far it was off the AT, and I told him 50 feet. And I think I'm pretty accurate. You come down and you get ready to cross the bridge, and instead of hanging a right, so they got pads, and they've got stoves and hand warmers and pretty good assortment of tapes and all the medical and bug spray and soap and platypus. Obviously some Snickers, couldn't have anything without Snickers. They've got a pretty good assortment of Osprey. Seems to be their main pack line that they carry. They got hammocks and laces and straps, and got some Big Agnes stuff. Obviously fuel. They got darn tough socks. They got a pretty good line and assortment of Thermarest stuff. They've got some Big Agnes stuff as well. Mountain House. If you need tent pegs, they can give you an assortment of tent pegs. Probably not something you want to carry with you hiking, but you may well want something to drink. And then a pretty good assortment of stuff to stuff in your pack to take with you for food. Electrolytes and tuna and Cliff Bars and what have you. Like I said, about 50 feet off the trail, so it's not like it's a big trip over to check it out. Uncle Johnny's in Erwin.